Tower front and center today. Okay, we're gonna start strong. Two of Wands. King of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Two more. The Queen of Pentacles. And Justice. Okay, well, there's a huge reaction in the middle of this reading. The core energy here is the Tower, which is transformative, but destructive, stressful. There's a lot of moving parts. It's half good, half bad, you know? Sometimes starting from the ground up again, you have all opportunities in the world to change your way of doing things. But at the same time, everything that you once knew is done. It's deleted. The energy isn't even there. It's completely done, right? So it's two different energies happening at once, which is Scorpio energy is all about transforming yourself constantly. And then we have the Two of Wands in the north, so it's giving me that you are still looking out into the distance while this building is falling. You know, you're still kind of remaining calm and making plans, right? The Two of Wands is about getting some directions in place, pointing your vision to other places. It could be in travel, right? It shows the world and, you know, moving. It could involve locations, but you're still remaining focused on where you're going. So wherever you are right now as your base, it's crumbling. The south node is the King of Wands. It could be fire energy, obviously, for sure. But there's some sort of fire burning down this foundation. It could mean a literal person. It could mean just the energy of a lot of fire. And the Justice card here is balancing out the north and the south with opposing energies again. And she's balancing it out and she's doing it well. She's smiling in that picture. She's not worried about a thing. That's why I feel like we have 333 I just saw on the clock. Whoever you are, whatever you're currently based, it's crumbling. And sometimes you just have to let the tower fall here because it's happening anyway. It's like trying to fight against something bigger than yourself. If you just ride whatever wave that you're on right now, you kind of have to surrender to the wave if you're surfing, right? And you take the wave for what it is, and once you're on it, you're on it. And eventually it is going to crash, but like, you know that, right? So you get off this wave in a very soft way. Like, you know how to surf. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of surfing energy right now. We have Temperance here too that popped out. I didn't even see this. This is also fire energy. And Temperance is also about balancing, right? You can see in here that he's balancing good and bad energy. Lots of balancing. But Justice is also here to show you that justice is beautiful when you know that the right thing happens to you, right? That sweet justice is a very soothing place to be, like when you actually feel like something worked out and you're happy about it, the outcome. So even though there's things crumbling beneath you from whatever here, there's twos, even with the Two of Wands, like you're very balanced. The Queen of Pentacles she is secure and grounded, and she doesn't need physicalness around her to show her or tell her who she is, you know, as a person. So she's a queen wherever she goes. It doesn't matter. She doesn't have to live within a certain amount, a certain place, a certain way of living, a luxurious atmosphere constantly, even though she enjoys nicer things. The Queen of Pentacles, absolutely. But she's also okay with not having that, having the balance of life being like, life can be glitz and glam and beauty. And you can love that, who wouldn't? But it's not everything. Like, she's okay with leaving that situation when she knows deep inside that it's not going to work, it's crumbling. There's a lot of fire energy here too with the King of Wands and Temperance. What is it? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But with the Queen of Pentacles and Justice and Temperance and the Two of Wands, you're really balanced. You're definitely giving me surfer vibes for some reason. Six of Cups. Giving back to yourself, right? This card here is almost like giving back to the younger side of himself. Even the puppy, you know, it's about growing, but giving charity and forgiveness and love back into yourself. It could also mean like a family, like a small child, but I really feel like since it's relating like upwards to this person, it's like giving back into yourself and healing yourself. How would you heal your little self? If you were that little boy, how would you go back in time to heal that person? What did that child need? You start giving to yourself as an adult. King of Swords, it's totally about thinking right, being smart, sharp. You're definitely wise. Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords vibes, it's like, whew, don't mess with this. She's secure and intelligent, and she knows what she's doing, even when she's riding on a crazy ass wave, right? Like, it's still giving me, I know what to do, I know who I am, and that goes with me everywhere. That goes with me everywhere. Right? If you know things are not working, it's almost impossible to stop a mountain from falling, right? You have to just let it be. Stay on top of your mountain. This is weird because the Hermit and the King of Swords are both sitting on top of mountains. So just stay upon your perch, right? Feel that groundedness with the Queen of Pentacles. Really, truly figure out what would make you satisfied and happy. Like, what would actually make your heart happy? Give it to yourself at this time. Because wherever this wave is crashing, you're still lifting your head held high. All these people's heads are held high. Their chin is up, right? They're not looking down. They're looking forward. So you really have a good head on your shoulders right now, even amongst the destruction that might be happening. Eight of Pentacles. You're like stacking your coins. You're doing good at work. You're finding better opportunities. That real Queen of Pentacles energy. She's like, yeah, I have beautiful clothes and I bought them myself because I like to. You're not reliant on someone else for other things besides love, you know? But even with love, you're loving yourself right now. Like this card was saying, like you're loving yourself, you're working hard. You're really in this Queen of Pentacles energy of just being satisfied, right? Even if you're not, this is the thing, you're being satisfied with life not being satisfying. Life is never going to be fully satisfying. And once you accept the dichotomy of that constantly on a daily basis, you just kind of surrender to both good and bad things that are happening on a constant basis. It's not like catching a happiness day and then other days you're always behind. It's not like that. It's like finding the fool, right? Being foolish. And the fool is also extremely wise, and it's there's a wave feeling happening with these cards too. So you're really going with the wave of life right now, like but you're keeping your head held high, which is really important. You're balancing out the good and bad parts of life and just becoming content with whatever crazy things life gives you on a constant basis. Once you kind of surrender to riding the waves, you can be optimistic still, of course, and have plans and do things, and keeping your head held high is definitely one of them. Focusing on the optimism of life instead of the pessimism of life, because whatever your mind focuses on, your brain will try to match that constantly with the outside of you, wherever you go. If you're in a pessimistic mood and you're constantly thinking of something negative, your eyes are going to find things negative because it's just your brain trying to match and agree with you. So whatever you choose to be focusing on is what you're going to be seeing and doing. And I see that you're looking forward and making plans and doing the right things. You're remaining grounded even when the ground is falling. Right? It's just what it is, but you'll find a new way. And sometimes you have to have things crashing down like this. It almost looks like a wave, even though it's not. With staying on the hermit, and staying on top of things, being on top of the mountain with how you're looking at things is being very smart, and you're being responsible with yourself and knowing that things are going to keep going. It's the cycle of life. But once you stay in this energy and you really are content with what you're doing, who you are, the choices that you make, it doesn't matter how many towers come in, because the towers are going to come a lot, like a crashing wave. The waves come and they go, right? People still go to the beach. People still surf. People do, they take chances, they keep going and learning along the way, being smart about it. The winner mentality, because you're not looking for outside influence to make yourself feel better. You're doing it yourself, right? You're looking at your inner child. The Two of Pentacles. How many other balancing cards do we need here? We have twos of everything. Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Temperance, Justice. This doesn't confirm that you know how to make good decisions. This is all giving me, even amongst all this craziness, whatever life throws at you, you make good decisions. You take action. King of Wands is about action. He's action oriented. He takes chances, he's creative, he's fiery. Four of Cups. If you feel like that, then there's something going on. So you have to investigate, why are you dissatisfied? Why are you bored? What is the negative emotions that are coming up for you? And not sit in that. Make some decisions about it. Start over. Make good decisions. If you feel like you're unhappy in a place, like, you only have one life. You're gonna waste another year of your life being unhappy for what? For feeling comfortable? If you already feel uncomfortable, so you might as well try and find some. Maybe it's a place that you live, maybe it's, it's whatever it is, there's a lot of action to maybe leave. We're going back to the Two of Wands in the North. And the Chariot now, it's kind of like giving me, you're making plans and you're going for it. Like, you're definitely going forward, which is all good. Like, whatever you are going through right now, you're making some really smart decisions. And you're taking chances to go other places that might actually make your heart feel more excited. If something isn't working for you and if you tried all the answers, sometimes it's good to know when to move on, and make decisions wisely. But I really think that you are, like, making decisions from a higher point of view. And that's how you're going to remain in this energy with the Queen of Pentacles. This is very grounded, secure, happy, right? She has a grin on her face. She's truly content, no matter where she is. So you're making things happen with that, and your ability to start anew and start over with the Fool is also very powerful, because you can create, you can manifest whatever you're really thinking of. I don't see why this wouldn't work for you.